Hey everyone, today we start the actual book of 1 Samuel with the story of Hannah. On the day when Elkanah sacrificed, he would give portions to his wife Peninnah and to all her sons and daughters, but to his wife Hannah he gave a double portion because he loved her, although the Lord had closed her womb. Her rival used to provoke her severely to irritate her because the Lord had closed her womb. So it went on year by year. As often as she went up to the house of the Lord, she used to provoke her. Therefore Hannah wept and would not eat. After they had eaten and drunk at Shiloh, Hannah rose and presented herself before the Lord. She was deeply distressed and prayed to the Lord and wept bitterly. She made a vow, "O Lord of hosts, if only you will look on the misery of your servant and remember me and not forget your servant. I will give to your servant a male child, then I will set him before you." They rose early in the morning and worshiped before the Lord. They went back to their house in Ramah. Elkanah knew his wife Hannah, and the Lord remembered her. In due time, Hannah conceived and bore a son. She named him Samuel, for she said, "I have asked him of the Lord." So the story of Israel's great kings starts here with a grieving barren woman. It's a reminder that God's story usually starts in an unexpected place. And God's focus is so often on the lowly and the hurting. And in this time period, infertility is about the worst thing that could happen for a woman. It's a common biblical story, a place where God is often working, but in their time, that was basically all that a woman was expected to do. And when you can't do that, who are you? So can we see the grief that she was experiencing year after year, especially when her rival wife is taunting her all the time? Unfortunately, infertility is still an issue today for a lot of people. I know in my ministry experience, I've seen so many that have not been able to have the children that they want, or they think they will, and then tragedy strikes. And they feel taunted by other people's experiences and social media posts and all these things. It's still a reality that not everybody receives what they want when it comes to a family. So what do we do with this story? Take it as a guarantee that if you have enough faith and pray sincerely, then God is going to give you the child you want? Does it teach us to make a deal with God, right? If you'll give me a child, then here's what I'll give you. Experience should show us that it's not so simple. Now, I want to say this carefully, but there is deep spiritual wisdom in this idea of detachment, that somehow we both are letting go of a desire as we're expressing that to God, right? So she says, if you give me a child, I'll give him to you. It's, again, not a strategy to get what we want. It's an act of faith, and we don't know how God's going to respond. But I think we do see here that God is a God who brings hope out of a hopeless situation. I don't know what that new life is always going to look like. I know the process of birthing this new reality is often going to be painful. But hopefully we can see that God is a God who sees our pain and does not ever forget us.